Hi, Innisfil. It is Monday, June the 22nd, and today we're going to talk a little bit about something that is not a very popular topic with people, and that is property taxes. So it is tax time, and here with me today is Sharon Downey, and she's going to talk a little bit about property taxes and some of the relief measures that Council has put in place during this very difficult time for people. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Mayor Dollin. Thank you for inviting me today. I wanted to take this opportunity to speak about the 2020 final tax billing, the parking passes, and the financial relief measures that Council have provided for Innisfil residents. In a pre-COVID-19 world, the bills would normally be calculated in May with due dates at the end of June and the end of September. This year, with delays in county rates and other challenges that we've faced, we were forced to move the billing until June. So the due dates will now be at the end of July and the end of October. The final tax bills were mailed out last week. Bills for those people who participate in our pre-authorized payment plan, they were mailed out on Monday, June the 15th. Historically, we mail all bills out on the same date. However, due to tight timelines, we wanted to ensure these bills would be mailed promptly so that residents were aware of their withdrawal amounts for the months of June to December. All remaining bills went out on Thursday, June the 18th. And in the old normal, bills would usually be received within 2 days. However, due to COVID-19, Canada Post has had processing delays. With that said, one of the town's relief measures is the further waiving of penalty until the end of 2020. Therefore, residents will not be penalized for late payments. As far as parking passes, we did put them into the tax bills this year. We know parking passes have been a hot topic in our community as restrictions have loosened and public spaces are gradually reopened. In 2019, we issued an average of 775 parking passes a month just at Town Hall. So considering that we've been closed for 3 months, that would be a lot of work to catch up on and probably long lines at our stations at Town Hall. So I would like to remind residents to just watch for their parking passes in the mail with their tax bills. In addition to the parking passes, the 2020 tax brochure was included with the tax bill as well. This year, the brochure focused more on financial relief for residents of Innisfil. Most of the tax payment options in the brochure remain the same. However, there are a few changes this year for 2020. Such as the monthly pre-authorized payment plans. We've extended it from 10 months to 12 months this year. Therefore, the final amounts due would be divided by 7 months rather than 5. And the payments will come out from June to December, giving residents an extra 2 months to pay off their property tax for the year. Property owners should know that they can cancel their PAP at any time. There is a PAP cancellation form on our website, or they can do it by contacting members of the customer service or financial services teams. Fees to reactivate the PAP will be waived if it's done before January 31st, 2021. As far as check payments, the office remains closed at this time. So check payments can be dropped off in our after hours drop box located at Town Hall. Payments may also be submitted by regular mail as usual. I'd like to take this time to remind residents not to submit cash into the drop box. And to help protect the health and safety of our staff, we are not accepting cash payments at this time. Penalties and interest on taxes. Normally on the first day of the month, penalty and interest charges are applied to the outstanding balance at the end of the previous month. So for example, the outstanding balances at May 31st would be charged penalty and interest on June 1st. Council has approved the waiver of penalty and interest charges until the end of December 2020. As a result, there will be no penalty and interest charges on January 1st, 2021 based on the outstanding December 31st, 2020 balances. Due to the changes in the billing dates, tax due dates have changed for 2020. So the tax due dates for residential farm and managed forests are due on July 31st and Thursday, October 29th. The final commercial, industrial, and multi-res taxes will be calculated in July, and they will be due Friday, August the 28th, and Thursday, October the 29th. Suspension of fees and charges. A list of our fees and charges from our charges bylaw will be suspended until December 31st of this year. These include returned item charges, like NSF fees, withdrawal of post-dated check fees, reactivation fee for pre-authorization payment plans, zoning compliance letters, draft plans with subdivision conditions extension fees, and interest on accounts receivable. Suspension of tax registration process, tax sales. On June 6th, the Office of the Premier announced that the province was extending the suspension of limitation periods and time periods in proceeding until September 11th. So deadlines for first notices, final notices, and 1-year period continue to be frozen until September 11th, 2020. The town of Innisfil will not continue or initiate any tax sales, any tax sale process for the remainder of 2020. Our staff do continue to work with property owners in developing payment plans in an effort to manage their tax arrears. The last thing that I wanted to mention is that the 2020 assessment update, with the Ontario government postponement of the 2020 assessment update, property assessments in 2021 will remain the same as 2020 unless there have been changes to the property. And that's pretty much all I have. If there are any questions, please contact customer service or financial services. Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon, very much for that. You know, we understand, all of us understand that there is some financial difficulties right now, which is why council chose to waive penalty and interest to the end of the year. We would encourage those who can to keep up to date on their property taxes, because you know, you're just putting off the inevitable, and it'll make it more difficult for you, you know, with that big bill at the end. So, but for those who do need relief, please, you know, take advantage of this opportunity and feel free to reach out to our finance team if you have any questions. And the brochure is really great. One of the things I do want to let people understand too is, like, when the property taxes you pay, the town of Innisfil, the town doesn't keep all of that. Some of it goes to the county for the county services, to the police for those services, and much of it goes to education. So it gets sent back to the province to provide education. So you can get all that information on our website. And again, another important message for you is that municipalities as a whole, of all of the taxes you pay, so that will be property tax, but also sales tax, income tax, gas tax, only 9 cents of that tax dollar actually goes to support services in your municipality, and some of those services that I know that you require and sometimes take for granted. And those are the services that your municipality provides to you. So just a little update on taxes, although not a popular subject, it's one we have to talk about. And thank you again, Sharon, and thanks everybody, and we'll talk again soon.